Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever it may be. My name is Michael Kendrick, and I will be presenting research done on digital marketing and user-generated content, a guiding force in global business and innovation. Share my screen with you all. Now, the first thing we will be looking at are the research questions. So first, what is digital marketing? What is user-generated content, and how is user-generated content used to improve businesses around the globe? The term digital marketing has evolved over time. It derived from a specific term describing marketing and products of services using digital channels. Basically, digital marketing is the task of using different digital technologies to acquire customers and build customer preferences. This also just involves promotion, things of that nature. This process also is enabled by digital technologies that create value through their customer experiences and through customer engagement, which is something that's big that we'll go on to talk about, as well as digital marketing is itself is a series of adaptive digital touch points, which is basically customer engagements that monitor and enhance marketing activity, business processes, and customer engagement. Now, user-generated content. Under the umbrella of digital marketing is user-generated content. User-generated content has seen the biggest success during this digital marketing age. And under this form of marketing, it allows customers to market directly to themselves in a sense, rather than have large companies advertise to them. User-generated content is any context, text, video, images, and reviews created by people rather than by companies. These brands often utilize UGC on their social media, their website, and other marketing channels. Now, user-generated content statistics. Consumers find that 9.8% more input. Consumers find that user-generated content is 9.8% more impactful than influencer content. People are finding that that user-generated content has a bigger effect. This is going to be shown through different statistics that are seen. It's also shown here as it emerged as a perfect marketing tactic, because it shows purchasing decisions have a staggering 90% influence over customers. Also, it shows ads featuring user-generated content earned 73 more positive comments on social networks than traditional ads. 60% of consumers believe UGC is the most authentic marketing content. 75% of marketers believe user-generated content feels more authentic than other types of content. And 70% of the time, consumers are able to distinguish the difference. So that means customers are able to notice the difference and utilize the difference, because the numbers are shown with the differences in profit. The first campaign I highlighted was Apple Shop by iPhone campaign. And in March 2015, 6 months after the release of the iPhone 6, Apple launched a campaign shot on iPhone. This campaign was created to demonstrate the new camera and was used across 77 different users across 25 different countries and 73 different cities. Apple selected images from different demographics in order to display these images over 10,000 billboards across the world. They also used different TV advertisements. They continued this design and this plan for each and every one of their iPhones afterwards. Now we have just started the iPhone 12, and it's really created a recognition with people. And now they have contests, and people are getting paid to create user-generated content, which is also creating brand loyalty and creating customer engagement. Another thing I looked at with user-generated content was tourism and user-generated content. Um, Many countries around the world have incorporated different hashtags and various on social networks that show the different wildlife and architecture and different events that are taking place in different parts of the country. These user-generated content has allowed for destinations to create leverage for themselves by contacting influencers. So people on Instagram with power or with a lot of followers, press, and inviting them to these trips where they create this user-generated content and people are able to get a personal experience of what's taking place. With the constant stream of content coming from travelers, residents, and strategic influencers, tourism boards are able to post about the places, events, and storylines about a specific location, building a customer relationship and expanding the destination. The next perspective program campaign that I looked at was Adobe's perspective campaign. This campaign showcased content from producers that have produced Adobe software to make astonishing photographs and workmanship. This mission licenses Adobe to show off things that it can do while simultaneously engaging new clients. It creates a feeling of organization among its customers as clients source content from one and provides inspiration to peers. So like I was saying, this user-generated content allows for customers and businesses to have a feeling of importance, like their opinion matters. The customers are able to spread their opinions through different widgets and different references where people are able to give feedback on different items, and it just creates a better environment for customers to be able to engage and give good feedback on items and products. All right, so this is how UGC works. First, it starts with socially, it starts with family relationships, brand communities, consumer tribes, commercial relationships. So basically, it begins with these relationships. Then next, it's transferred to the consumer. So with the relationships that the consumer have with themselves and others, they use this to create economic gain when they are spreading the word and telling about their personal experiences. The importance of UGC. So these two documents show how the first on the left-hand side shows how the ROI of UGC. So 92% of consumers trust user-generated content, okay? Because it's actually coming from the user, it's authentic. So revenue impact. User-generated content has seen 50% sales increase on average across different campaigns. And instead of advertising and using different TV campaigns, companies are able to save $72,000 annually. On the right-hand side, it shows different popular user-generated content platforms such as Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, Facebook, and YouTube. In conclusion, each year, new technologies and tools are emerging and changing the way marketing takes place. Digital marketing has seen a big improvement and change, and specifically in user-generated content. The examination and practice of digital marketing is improving the headway of innovation. Innovation cultivates new business opportunity and simultaneously presents extraordinary difficulties for marketers. The outlooks of the association or the brand through digital marketing and user-generated content permits the purchasers to create valid information about the brand. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate it.